he is the Phoenix City Chef Executive Chef, Rory Hewitt. He learned about his passion for food and restaurants as a teenager, working at local restaurants in Peoria, Illinois. He decided to attend culinary school and moved to Phoenix, where he graduated from the Art Institute of Phoenix Culinary Program. He began working at Phoenix City Grill while attending culinary school and has continually moved up the ladder to become executive chef. While at Phoenix City Grill, he's traveled to Mexico to work with Susanna Trilling, and noted Mexican food cookbook author and operator of Seasons of My Heart Cooking School. He continues to study the influences and ingredients of contemporary American cooking. His passion is continually on display in both the menu and daily specials offered at Phoenix City Grill. So with further ado, we're gonna put Rory on. So here we go. Woohoo!
All right.
Attention, Deli Department 2.
All right.
0.
How many of you have ever been to Phoenix City Grill before?
Yay!
So we need to get you in there. All right, first thing we're gonna make is our bacon wrapped shrimp. We sell a lot of these. We actually sold 810 of them last night for a party, so. We're gonna start, what we use is U12 shrimp, which is means under 12 per pound. You can use 16, 20 shrimp. You can use any kind of shrimp you want. You just, you know, if you use a smaller shrimp, you want to cut the cheese a little bit smaller and use a smaller piece of bacon. But first thing, preheat your oven to about 350, 400, and you want to peel and devein your shrimp. Which all that means, you want to take the shell off. We leave the tail on. That's kind of like the handle for it. Take the little that off. The veins are in the back. What you want to do is put a little slit and clean it, make sure there's nothing in it. And what we're going to do, because we're going to put cheese in there, we want to butterfly it. So what I mean when I say butterfly is you pretty much want to almost cut it all the way through, and then put a piece of cotija cheese in it. And this cheese we found works the best because you can actually fry this cheese and use it like a crouton in salads or whatever you want, and when it gets baked, it forms a crust on the outside and doesn't just ooze and fall all over the place like most cheeses. So we found that this works the best. As far as bacon goes, I like to use a smoked bacon. You know, and Emerald always says, I don't know where you get your shrimp, but mine doesn't come seasoned. You don't need to season this because this is kind of like a feta cheese. It's a little salty. And then you got the smokiness of the bacon, so you got all the flavor you need in it. And the most important thing with this is to make sure that the cheese is completely covered. And we have our prep cooks there. They do about 120 of these a day. They do these way faster than me. But you want to wrap it around, get that bacon to completely cover the cheese, and then hold it in place with the pick. And this pick, you want to make sure that it's lined up with the tail so that when you're cooking it or searing it, you can sear it on both sides and that pick doesn't get in the way. And this gets served with chipotle. We call it a chipotle dipping sauce. And the one that we do at work, I mix it with sour cream and mayonnaise because, you know, if you just use mayonnaise, it has a really eggy flavor. You know, it doesn't quite come out as good. I like the sour cream because it lightens it up and it makes it taste a little more refreshing. I'll do one more of these shrimp. Yeah, both of these recipes are really easy. Like the sauce that we're gonna do for it next, it's pretty much, you just put it in a bowl and mix it together, but the little things that make it taste a little bit better are like the cumin. Anytime I use a spice, I like to toast certain spices first, like toast all the cumin. I like to toast all my black pepper, all my chili spices, until you can smell it. That way you know that you're bringing the flavor out. Otherwise, once you try that at home, you'll notice such a difference in the way it tastes. Alright, so I got my bacon wrapped shrimp right here. I'm just gonna pop those right in the oven that I already have preheated at 350. I don't even need to oil it since the bacon kind of excretes the oil as it cooks. You know what, that pan doesn't fit in there. I better use this one.
Thank you. Some bacon wrapped
Yeah, it's a bacon wrapped shrimp stuffed with the cotija cheese. I call it the Mexican feta.
delicious dish.
Alright, and the sauce that goes with that is our chipotle aioli. Like I said right here, what I have is a half a cup of mayonnaise and a half a cup of sour cream, and do equal parts, like I said, so that way it's not all mayonnaise. You can use make an aioli, but you know, aioli starts with an egg yolk and oil, and when you mix that all in together, it just tastes like a flavored mayonnaise. That sour cream is really what makes it stand out. Like I said, this right here, this is our cumin. I got a teaspoon of cumin that I've toasted first. A little bit of pureed chipotle. I'm sure you can get this in the ethnic food section here. And this, what chipotle is a over-ripened smoked jalapeno that's held in an adobe sauce, which is like a little vinegar-based sauce. And a little fresh cilantro.
Eric, can you send a text that there is there for customer assistance, please, Eric? Thank you.
The chipotle gives it a nice color too. It depends on you know, what your heat level is. If you don't like spicy things, you don't have to put the chipotle in there. If you don't like cheese, you could just take the skewers and just wrap them with bacon. You can grill them, saute them, bake them, whatever you want. At work with this, we serve it with a little bit of mixed greens, little baby greens, and we toss it in a basil Dijon dressing. What I'm going to do here is put a little dollop of this on, put the shrimp on there.
Yeah, dude,
And after about 20 minutes in the oven, this is what you get.
Oh, wow.
We like to crisscross and put the tails together like that. And you can picture it at our work, just a little green. That's it. There's our bacon wrapped shrimp.
Oh, yummy. That looks fabulous.
So, and I think we